Good evening, everyone. Oh, if only my children listened that attentively and they all quieted when I started talking. I could get used to that. Welcome, everyone, to the 2024 State of the City. My name is Andrea Robinson, and on behalf of everyone within the city of Peoria, we want to thank you for taking your precious time. We know that there is not enough of it, and you can be many different places tonight, but you chose to be here. And we're excited because it's an exciting night. I am a Valley native. I was born here in Arizona, and I actually grew up in Peoria. Went to grade school and high school, and I actually still live in the city in which I grew up in now, raising my own family. And over the years, it's been pretty incredible to be here and grow up and see the city continue to grow and thrive. Yet, what has set us apart is the special uniqueness of the city. The community feel that was then is still present, and if not stronger now than ever. So, this last year, I think you're all going to agree, was one for the books. Many successes and accomplishments have been made, and so much excitement for what is ahead to continue to progress as we continue to progress with excellence leading the way. So we are excited to celebrate that today and this evening show what is to come. So to begin our evening, I would like to invite Christ Church of the Valley's senior pastor, Ashley Wooldridge, to lead our invocation.
Thanks, Andrea. Hey, it is a real honor to have you in our home. And, you know, as I was thinking about tonight, I was reminded of Jeremiah 29. It's a chapter in the Bible where God tells Jeremiah, you should pray for the peace and the prosperity of the city you live in. Because as the city prospers and with its welfare, you prosper and you'll have better welfare as well. And I am really grateful that we get to start our night just praying for our city and just to be thankful for people that have stepped up to serve our city. Many of you care about our city. We care about our city. So we're honored tonight to just ask God to bless our city. And I want to invite you to do that with me, if you would. Father, we're so thankful to live in a city like Peoria. And we're grateful for its leaders and all those public servants that have just said, we want to serve to make our city better. And Father, we have a vested interest in that. We want to see people thrive. We want to see families thrive. We want to see marriages thrive. We want to see kids thrive. And so tonight, would you just bless this night and bless our city? In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
I'd like to welcome the Trilogy Veterans Club up to the stage. They're going to lead our Pledge of Allegiance in a moment. Thank you guys for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise, if you are able to, for the presentation of colors by the Luke Air Force Base Honor Guard, the playing of the national anthem following the Pledge of Allegiance led by the Trilogy Veterans Club.
Ho! please face the flag. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You all may be seated. Thank you again to the Luke Air Force Base Honor Guard and Trilogy Veterans Club for joining us here tonight. Well, next, the main event. We are thrilled to present to you the 2024 State of the City video premiere. What has been accomplished? You're going to see that. What is set in motion and what is to come. So without further ado, take a look.
From agricultural roots to growing into Arizona's 8th largest city, Peoria honors its past while maintaining a future-focused mindset. The Peoria City Council has established a series of priorities to ensure our community flourishes for generations. We are committed to keeping Peoria safe by supporting our men and women in public safety, meeting the needs of today and tomorrow. Recognizing that water is a precious resource in the desert Southwest, we are making strategic investments in water security. Seeking a good job in your hometown? Want a great restaurant to enjoy with friends? Rest assured that growing local economic development opportunities for Peoria is front and center with this City Council. Of course, supporting local education opportunities goes hand in hand with advancing economic development in our hometown. We know employers require a skilled workforce in choosing our city as a place to open shop. And we are always exploring new ways to do business better through measuring our local government performance and seeking new technological advances. It takes all of these things and you, Peoria residents, to make this a vibrant place to call home. Let's explore our most recent exciting developments. Maintaining a safe city for nearly 195,000 residents is a top priority for City Council, and we've made some important investments over the past year. The City of Peoria is currently 180 square miles with an overall planning area of 233 square miles. That's a lot of ground to cover for Peoria's public safety officials. To assist Peoria Police and Peoria Fire Medical in serving the needs of our growing community, we are creating a first-ever aviation unit for the city. Mayor Jason Beck was successful in securing a $3.5 million state grant to purchase a Bell 505 helicopter to kick off the process. We also reached a leasing agreement to house the helicopter and crew. This is the first phase in a multi-phase program with full deployment expected by October 2025. Design is underway on the Peoria Police Real-Time Crime Center, RTCC, thanks in part to a $2.6 million state grant to equip and operate the facility by the end of this year at the Pinnacle Peak Public Safety Campus. This will centralize a broad range of technologies to assist in monitoring real-time emergencies and events, crime investigations, community policing, and crime prevention. As development unfolds in North Peoria, the city has secured 5 acres of land within Vistancia that will serve as the future home of a joint public safety facility, to include a 4-bay fire station and police substation. Design is underway with completion scheduled for 2025. Training our public safety teams is an ongoing initiative. That is why Peoria has committed $10 million in upgrades at the Glendale Regional Public Safety Training Center, which will include the construction of a new burn house for regional firefighter training. Design work is also ongoing for a facility to simulate police officer encounters in a residential setting. We committed $170 million in the current budget to support water services, with many major projects now under construction. The Joe Max Water Reclamation Facility expansion will increase capacity from 2.25 million gallons per day to 3 million, allowing for growth in the Vistancia area. The Beardsley expansion will increase capacity from 4 million gallons per day to 6 million to meet the growth in North Peoria. This also includes a new reclaimed water pump station. Completion is set for 2025. We are expanding the city's reclaimed water distribution system to allow for movement of reclaimed wastewater to North Peoria to reduce the use of potable water for irrigation. 3 of the 4 segments are complete, with the 4th on target for completion this year. 5 new groundwater recovery wells and a booster pump station will be built at the Central Arizona Project Canal and Lake Pleasant Parkway Extension to store water in the event future drought reduces our Colorado River allocations. Completion is on schedule for spring of 2026. We will continue to invest in our water strategy with $540 million of water and wastewater-related projects scheduled in our 10-year capital improvement plan. With over 80% of our residents leaving the city to make a living, demand is high to create more quality local jobs. We also hear that you want more restaurant and shopping choices. This year, we've made great progress on growing our economic development opportunities. Amcor Technology will build a $2 billion advanced semiconductor packaging and test facility in Peoria. This campus will bring 2,000 new jobs to the city and provide leading-edge technologies for advanced packaging and testing of semiconductors to support critical markets such as high-performance computing, automotive, and communications. Just imagine that the chips used in your cell phone and vehicle will be tested and packaged right here in Peoria. Amcor's campus will be located within 5 North at Vistancia, a 320-acre mixed-use lifestyle and employment core. This will help build the desired restaurant and retail in the area by providing daytime employment to keep a steady flow of customers both day and night. Construction is underway at the Trailhead, a $65 million mixed-use development at 83rd Avenue and Happy Valley Road. This 903,000 square foot project will feature a grocery store, signature retail, and restaurants, with the first phase opening set for the end of the year. In South Peoria, we've added over 1 million square feet of commercial development, including the 232,000 square foot Cactus and 101 properties to support warehouse, manufacturing, and distribution clients. An additional 210,000 square feet of speculative space planned at the Peoria Logistics Park at 75th and Northern Avenues will also help grow new jobs in the city. Construction is nearly complete on Empire 101, a 150,000 square foot Class A industrial project with great access fronting the Loop 101. Meanwhile, construction is underway on a $20 million project at P83 that will feature a Postina wine cafe and 2 Fox restaurant brands, including North Italia and Blanco. While Peoria continues to grow, we are committed to revitalizing our historic downtown. In April, the City Council approved development agreements to bring a signature barbecue restaurant and a new restaurant and retail concept to downtown. Caldwell Country Barbecue will open up their first West Valley location along Washington Street. Jefferson House, a partnership between the owners of the Churchill in Phoenix and the owners of Peoria's Driftwood Coffee, will feature multiple restaurants, bar, and retail spaces at 83rd Avenue and Jefferson Street. Near City Hall, you'll find Peoria Place, an 88-acre mixed-use project that will feature 750,000 square feet of development at build-out. This project is bringing much-needed diverse multifamily housing options, new retail, as well as employment to the city through the 412,000 square foot Caliber Industrial Park. At the Peoria City Complex, we removed the broken fountain in front of City Hall and are excited to open a public engagement project later this year, asking the public what type of design do they prefer to see at their city's front lawn. And with an eye on the future, we have engaged in serious discussions with the Arizona State Land Department to open up 8,300 acres of state trust land within Peoria for future development. And An educated community helps to attract high-quality jobs. We are excited that American Leadership Academy is planning to build a K-12 campus in Vistancia, serving approximately 2,400 students. The campus is set to open in the school year of 2025. As new schools are planned for the city, we are also doing our part to keep students safe. This year, we entered into an intergovernmental agreement with Peoria Unified School District that not only continues to staff school resource officers assigned to each of the 4 district high schools, but we allocated new resources to add 4 full-time school liaison officers to rotate time among all 24 elementary schools. This program not only provides a level of security by having a police presence at the schools, but also forms positive relationships between students and police officers. In Peoria, we know how to have a good time. From our Music in March park concerts to the All-American July 4th Festival, Halloween Bash, and Winter Holiday Festival in historic downtown Peoria, we offer plenty of fun community events throughout the year. We're also a top destination for baseball fans and are thrilled that the Peoria Sports Complex was named a USA Today Top 10 Spring Training Facility for 2024. And this year, baseball was even more exciting with a 3-day visit from the amazing Savannah Bananas. Peoria is also a community with a big heart. We host an annual Neighborhood Pride cleanup event each fall, and last year, thanks to generous volunteers, we helped paint 19 houses and shoveled 200 tons of gravel to help our residents in need to bring a refresh to their homes. The city also opened the Community Center to support the Day of Giving event, hosted by private business partners in December. Hundreds of children were able to pick out donated gifts, decorate cookies, and visit with Santa. Success doesn't happen without a good plan and great people. City Manager Henry Darwin joined the city in January of 2023 and went to work to build his leadership team and quickly instituted new programs to better measure our performance, attract and retain the best employees, and improve customer service. The new Office of Innovation has helped in our efforts to be more accountable and transparent in the work we do, as we develop a public performance scorecard to measure over 60 areas of our business. It will show where we are performing well and highlight areas where we have opportunities to improve. Speaking of improvements, we've upgraded the My Peoria AZ customer service app that has reduced service response times, resulting in happier customers. We are never resting on service improvement, and our journey never stops. Peoria is on a path, the path to excellence. We've made great strides this year in building and connecting our community. And we will continue to climb the mountain to reach our full potential in delivering a world-class community for all.
How can you not be enthusiastic about that? That's your city, right? Yeah, I think you can do a little woo-woo, whatever you need to do to get your excitement out. It is pretty amazing to see what was done in just a year, and even more exciting to know what is ahead for our city as it continues to grow and thrive and be the community it's always intended to be. All right, up next, a man that definitely keeps a very busy schedule. I mean, his stadium is hosting something called the NCAA Final Four, and all the festivities that go around with it. And I think there's something, the NFL draft, that's like a big deal. And that's happening in just a few weeks. So to say that we're honored that he would take time out of all the things that he has going on to come here and support Peoria is an understatement. We are truly, truly grateful. He has been a fixture in our state for many years, and he is the owner of our Arizona Cardinals, and we welcome him here tonight with us. Please give a warm welcome for Michael Bidwell.
Thank you, Andrea. What an exciting time for Peoria right now. I just watching that video, I'm pumped up. I'm ready to move to Peoria. There's so many great things happening here, and it's an exciting time for you. So let me tell you a little story. A year ago, well, let me back up a little bit. Among the many hats I wear, I'm the vice chairman of the Arizona Commerce Authority, which is the state's agency that helps recruit companies here. Sharon Harper is one of our co-board members over here. I think many of you know Sharon. And so there are several of us from the business community that are on the board and really lean in to help out. We're going to be doing a lot of things around the Final Four to recruit more companies coming here. And so, among other things, some of the companies have helicopters. SRP is one. The Cardinals are another. And I am a pilot, and I fly this helicopter. Sorry for this background, but you need it for the story. So Sandra Watson, who is the CEO of the Arizona Commerce Authority, calls me up and says, we've got a really big company that's going to come and look at sites. One's in Peoria, the other's in Phoenix. And this is the kind of company that I've told her and told the people at ACA and our governor and our former governor, hey, if you ever need it, let me know for the right level of folks. So I called our helicopter pilot that would normally fly this. He wasn't available, so it's me flying it. And that day, I called Sandra to say, okay, what's the drill again? I know where I'm going, and I'm going to meet up with the SRP people at their hangar at Sky Harbor, and then we'll go from there. And she said, well, there's a new mayor out in Peoria. His name is Jason Beck, and you got to meet him. And I said, okay, great. And so we fly the group out there, SRP and me and our helicopter. We land at the fire station, and immediately there's a guy, as I'm getting out, who puts his hand out and says, Jason Beck, and it kind of in one ear and out the other because I'm trying to get passengers out and everything. And the next thing you know, we get everybody out of our helicopter, out of the SRP helicopter. We load into this bus, and all of a sudden there's a guy up at the front of the bus, and he is selling Peoria. He is selling the site. He is, there's somebody sitting next to me. I'm like, who is this guy? And it's the mayor. And I'm like, oh, the mayor that's the one that Sandra told me about. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy has got it so buttoned down. What does he do? And so I learned later about Tier Tactical and about everything that he's done. And I'm like, this guy's amazing. And so we got a chance to speak later. And since over the last year plus since that helicopter flight, by the way, that helicopter flight was to Peoria and then to Phoenix. And the difference in what the presentation was in Phoenix, it was night and day. And it was 100% because of Jason Beck. And I knew then, and I'm telling you, there's more coming. Sharon and I are both under non-disclosure agreements. We can't talk about the companies that we're recruiting to come in. But I knew then, Amcor's coming to Peoria. There's just no doubt in my mind this is happening. And it's because of Jason's leadership, his ability to communicate all the benefits. And, man, I can't wait to get to know him. And so I invited Jason and Jane and got to know their family as well throughout the football season. And really, we've developed such a great relationship. His vision for your city is off the charts. He is such a strategic thinker. And you're going to have so many benefits coming from, I think about it in football terms. When we're handed James Conner the ball and you say we're just going to keep feeding the rock and ride this horse to the end zone, I feel like that's your Jason Beck here. He is such an amazing leader in what he's going to be doing for you. And I can promise you, I know he's telling you, I can't tell you what we're working on right now. He can't, but I can tell you he's working on some great stuff that's in the queue. And you're going to win a disproportionate number of these projects because of the amazing things that you're doing with the city of Peoria and because of his sheer will to get this job done. And he's doing such a great job. So I'm super excited for you. I'm super excited to continue to work with him. I just think about my other favorite strong mayor from the West Valley, and that would be Elaine Scruggs, who is sitting down, retired now. But the West Valley needs leadership, the kind of leadership that Elaine brought and now Jason's bringing. I think this is just extraordinary, and I'm super excited for the West Valley, and I'm super excited for Peoria as you continue to develop this area. Probably the thing that I'm most excited about, and it's a long-range plan, is the potential to do an airport out here that could totally change things. And when you look at what could be totally a game changer, besides Jason's leadership, but I think if we're able to get that airport done out here, that's going to be a huge game changer for your kids, your grandkids, and your great-grandkids. So in any case, I don't want to continue to blather along about all the excitement I have, but you guys ought to be fired up right now. I mean, fired up because you've got something great going. You got to ride this horse. And it is my great pleasure to introduce my friend, Peoria Mayor Jason Beck. Come on up, Jason.
So I'm not really sure there's anything left after that. I'm not sure I could top that, actually. So there's a heavy expectation there. I appreciate everybody coming here tonight. I know everybody came for the brisket, and they have to listen to me for 20 to 25 minutes here. So, I'm gonna talk on that story real quick before I get started. One of the exciting pieces that I've seen from being mayor is really the expectation that we have for ourselves. But honestly, and hopefully I share this and spread this tonight in the speech and be able to get this across to everybody, is really the employees. My job is the vision. The employees in this city are really the ones that have actually executed this plan, and it's all because we're on the same path. We're all trying to pour into our city to actually do something greater for other people and actually build a better city for our neighbors. So with that, I'm going to actually start what I'm supposed to actually say here. So good evening, and thank you for being here tonight. Thank you, Michael, for your introduction and your incredible support for the city of Peoria and the great state of Arizona. I have seen firsthand, as many of us in the business community have seen, the amazing support, determination, and grit for bringing out the best in the business community here in the state of Arizona. Your sacrifice of time, resources, have had a profound impact on our youth and in their future, and I truly mean that. For that, we're truly grateful, and thank you for everything you do for the business community here in the state of Arizona. So, thank you, Ashley, for your opening prayer and devotion to our city, state, and beyond. I'd like to thank Ashley and the CCV staff for opening this space to hear about the growth of our city. CCV is a staple in our community and as well as our state, and we are grateful for the endeavors and the leadership Ashley provides. Thank you. It's amazing to see all these faces in the audience. To be honest with you, I didn't know if this many people were going to show up, so I'm really excited about this. Again, brisket first. I got to throw that in. I can't help it. So, all these faces in the audience, and I'm thrilled to share our city's incredible story with all of you tonight. First, I'd like to start by thanking my family. I'm not going to get emotional about that. For thanking my family for being here tonight and the continuous support. My wife Jane, love you, babe. Absolutely. And our sons and daughter have provided countless hours of encouragement and assistance as we sacrifice time with each other to grow Peoria for our neighbors. I'd like to begin by introducing my fellow council members. You all ready for this? All right. Vice Mayor John Edwards. Mayor Pro Tem Jennifer Crawford. Councilmember Bill Patena. Councilmember Michael Finn. Councilmember Brad Schaefer. Councilmember Danette Dunn. I'm also very honored to welcome many special guests in attendance this evening, and I know I'm going to miss a few, so I apologize. Congresswoman Debbie Lesko, Congressman Paul Gosar, Speaker Ben Toma, Representative Beverly Pingarelli, Representative David Livingston, Representative Steve Montenegro. My goal, by the way, is just to make everybody's hands sore for tonight. So, Senator Anthony Kern, my friend Mayor Eric Orsborn of the city of Buckeye. Where's he at? There he is. Mayor Skip Hall of the great city of Surprise. There he is. And Councilmember Allie Klein of the city of Surprise. I'd also like to thank our veterans in attendance. Please stand so we can express our gratitude to your service. And that's all veterans in here. Yeah. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your service to Peoria, our neighboring communities, and our great state of Arizona. When I became mayor a little more than a year ago, I came into office with a laser-focused view and key priorities to ensure our city's future. Public safety, economic development, and infrastructure. These are the pillars that I believe will allow Peoria to realize its full potential. These pillars will allow us to prioritize our future. Making sure that our citizens, businesses, and visitors are always safe is Peoria's top priority. As I always say, the first priority of our city is the safety and well-being of its citizens. That's why supporting the needs of our firefighters and police officers remain a high focus of myself and our city council. When we take care of our first responders, they are better prepared to take care of us. To the men and women in uniform, thank you. Thank you for your constant and consistent dedication to serving the great city and taking care of our citizens. Creating a safer city means working to protect our water needs. It also means attracting new jobs in Peoria to ensure that our neighbors can work in their hometown. By attracting new businesses and growing our current businesses, we are better equipped to operate critical city services for our residents to rely on. These businesses need a skilled workforce to succeed, and that's why we are focused on supporting local educational opportunities. Tonight, I am excited to share with you some of the most recent accomplishments across these key pillars of our city. I ran on a pledge to change the way Peoria does business. How many people in this room have heard that? A few? Right? It took a while. Everything that we accomplished this year would not have happened without the right leadership to carry out this council's vision. It's not just my vision. This council's vision has adopted this and fully gone into this. It's made a big difference in our city, and it's allowed us to be able to grow. Mr. Henry Darwin joined the city in January of 2023, bringing decades of state and federal government experience with him. Mr. Darwin's background of being the first chief operating officer in the state of Arizona, as well as the chief operating officer for the Environmental Protection Agency, has brought unmatched experience to our city. Mr. Darwin assembled one of the most dynamic and experienced leadership teams in the state of Arizona to create new programs to better measure our city's performance, attract and retain the best city employees, and improve our customer service. The leadership team has truly changed the way the city of Peoria does business. Thank you, Henry, for a great first year. Not sure where he's at. Along with the new city manager came a team of 3 new deputy city managers, a new assistant city manager, a new city attorney, and I'm proud to say, as of last night, a new municipal judge. And many new department directors. Here in Peoria, we have worked to find experienced staff who embrace the spirit of innovation and move to the speed of business. As I stand here today, I firmly believe that as a city, we have assembled some of the best professional staff members from across the entire state. Absolutely nothing that we have accomplished would be possible without our great city employees. If you are a city employee in any capacity in attendance tonight, please stand for a moment of well-deserved recognition. Together, this council and our city staff have achieved an amazing body of work in a very short period of time. We have made great progress on our economic development strategies over the past year by establishing a semiconductor ecosystem right here in the city of Peoria, attracting quality employment, and delivering on our promise to bring restaurants and amenities to our residents. 5 North and its Kierland S design will forever change Peoria. Headlining these efforts is Amcor Technologies' announcement that they will invest $2 billion in what will be the most advanced semiconductor packaging and test facility in the United States, working to protect our nation's critical supply chain. And it will be built right here in Peoria. Absolutely. I'm going to try not to run out of water. There's probably an over-under right here on how much water I drink today. I'm going to guess, right? That's a common. This facility will bring 2,000 new jobs to our city. This project is important to our city, our state, and most importantly, our national defense of our country. Some may think that's an exaggeration, but for over the last 25 years, I've seen the best and worst in war. I've seen what it takes not only to defend one life, but also one nation. We have the opportunity to be in the forefront of reshoring technical manufacturing back to the United States, some of which supports the defense of our great nation. It is important for us to realize that these efforts truly keep our enemies at bay and our sons and daughters at home. Currently, more than 85%, I'm going to say that one more time. Currently, more than 85% of our workforce leaves the city to work somewhere else. This means our citizens are spending thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours a year commuting versus spending it with their families. As mayor, my goal has been to significantly reduce that number, and Amcor will go a long way to contribute to that goal. More local jobs will allow our neighbors to work close to home, to support families and improve quality of life. Just a few weeks ago, we celebrated the groundbreaking of Trailhead, a $65 million mixed-use development right down the road at 83rd and Happy Valley. This 900,000 square foot project will feature a grocery store, desired retail, and many fine dining and high-quality restaurant options. The design will carefully incorporate the surrounding Sunrise Mountain Preserve, and it will be open by the end of this year. Northern Peoria is not the only place that we see new developments unfold. In Southern Peoria, construction is underway on Honor Health's 95,000 square foot medical campus just off the 101. This is an attractive addition to our city, and it brings high-quality employment and, more importantly, close-to-home access to a variety of medical care services for our residents. The new Honor Health campus in Peoria will be a comprehensive medical center that brings together an extensive offering of outpatient cancer care services under one roof. The facility features a variety of services including imaging, infusion, clinical trials, medical oncology, physical therapy, primary care, and a surgical center right here in Peoria. By bringing these services together in one location, this campus will become a destination for patients and their families to access the most comprehensive cancer care services in the Valley. I am focused on preparing our community for the incoming industries and developing in this area, ensuring that transportation, housing, and key infrastructures are part of the overall plan. The expansion of Honor Health in the West Valley is critical to our infrastructure in specifically this area, and it represents an important and essential investment for our current and future growth. I was fortunate enough to do a ribbon cutting at this facility, and I'm going to echo the same remarks I said then. After losing my older brother to cancer a little over a year ago, this to me is one of the most meaningful steps that our city can take in the fight against cancer. Additionally, in the southern part of Peoria, we've added over 1 million square feet of commercial development that support warehousing, manufacturing, and distribution clients. One that I believe a lot of residents are excited about is the construction of a $20 million project at P83. We've talked about this for years. We finally have a Postino's Wine Cafe and 2 Fox-branded restaurants, North Italia and Blanco Cantina. So I would clap just for that. How many years have we heard? At least 12, right? 12, 15. So it's finally upon us, which is amazing. With all this development, there's something special about returning to the place where the story began. Can I ask anybody that heard me on the campaign trail, do you mind raising your hand for 1 second? So this will not surprise you, but it will hopefully make you proud. One of my promises to citizens across all Peoria was that I would change the way Peoria did business. Part of that includes the revitalization of historic downtown. I felt that it was important for citizens all across the city to know where downtown is and look forward to enjoying what downtown had to offer. That is why it's important for us to invest in where the story all began. For the city of Peoria, that's Grand Avenue and 83rd. For nearly 3 decades, people have discussed the importance of revitalizing downtown historic's downtown Peoria. I apologize. Tongue twister. This year, we became the first city council willing to take those steps and make that a reality. I'm proud to say that we've invested nearly $15 million to assist in the revitalization of historic downtown, and we are making great progress. We are proud to announce, and we actually passed this last night, we're proud to announce Caldwell's Barbecue, a signature barbecue restaurant along Washington Street, and a new restaurant and retail concept on 83rd and Jefferson Street called the Jefferson House. That, in addition to offering great food, will serve our community gathering space for special events and artisan pop-ups. At the Peoria City Hall, we are in the middle of a revitalization and re-engagement of our campus with citizens. We have removed the broken fountain, which was broken for years, and a complete eyesore, and now engaging with the public on what we hope to be calling the city's front lawn. This council's goal is for all of our citizens to enjoy the city campus, whether it be for a community art event or other public engagements. For the last few years, citizens have heard my vision for creating an economic engine in Northwest Valley. Currently, we are engaging in serious discussions with the Arizona State Land Department to open up over 8,300 acres of state trust land here in Peoria. This is potentially the largest state land deal in Arizona's history. With its proximity to TSMC, this area of Peoria, and for that matter, this area of Arizona, truly has the potential to drive major economic growth and be the future hub for the semiconductor and defense industries. With the opportunity this area provides by reshoring manufacturing, creating jobs, and driving future growth, it's not only has the potential to change Peoria, but the entire state of Arizona. One of the major benefits for partnering with State Land Project is that the potential to create $3 billion of revenue towards the State Educational Trust Fund, which would represent the largest single infusion in the trust fund's lifetime. The benefit of running Peoria like a business is that it provides opportunities to drive vision and create economic engines that will change people's lives for the better and will provide long-term sustainable revenue for our city and our children's future. As Peoria grows, we must be vigilant to protect our water resources. That's why we have committed $170 million in the current budget to support water services this year alone. The Joe Max Reclamation Facility expansion increases our capacity from 2.25 to 3 million gallons per day, allowing the growth in Vistancia area. The Beardsley expansion will increase capacity from 4 to 6 million gallons per day. We're expanding the city's reclaimed water distribution system to move reclaimed water to growth areas, which will reduce our current use of drinking water for irrigation. We're also constructing 5 new groundwater recovery wells that will be built in the Central Arizona Project Canal and Lake Pleasant Parkway extension. This will allow us to use the water we have already stored in the ground in the event a future drought reduces our Colorado River allocation. I'm excited about this with this council. I'm actually excited about this part because I look at this group and we have such an amazing group of council members that have a vision and really understand what we're trying to do for business from all aspects. And this is a really important part. We will continue to invest in our water strategy with over $500 million of water-related projects planned in our next 10-year capital improvement project. During my time as mayor, this council, not just myself, but this council, has invested more in Peoria's water infrastructure than in any time in the city's history. We can confidently say, that Peoria's water future has never been more secure. I keep pointing to this front row because I'm one vote. This council has been amazing in this process, and everybody has bought into this because we look at what our city's future is. As I mentioned earlier, a skilled workforce is vital to attract high-quality jobs. And as we grow, we need additional educational opportunities for residents. That's why I'm excited for American Leadership Academy is planning to build a K-12 campus in Vistancia serving 2,400 students. Set to open in the fall of 2025, ALA will alleviate the overcrowding of our Peoria Unified Schools while providing additional school choice for parents and students. As I've always said, our children are our future. We are committed to keeping our students safe, and that's why this year we entered into a new intergovernmental agreement with Peoria Unified. This agreement added 4 new full-time school liaison officers to rotate time among all district elementary schools. Absolutely. The expansion of this program provides security by having police presence at all of these schools and forms a positive relationship between students and law enforcement. And this commitment is just the beginning. As mayor, my goal is to make sure every single school in Peoria has an assigned police officer. Currently, our council is working on our next budget, and we have planned for an additional 3 officers for our school. And we will continue to add officers to protect our children and staff. Nearly 195,000 people call Peoria home, and we're adding more neighbors every day. Outdoor amenities such as parks, hiking trails, and our close proximity to Lake Pleasant make the city an attractive place to live. We are protecting our water resources, adding quality jobs, and investing in the fabric of our local education. Just as we plan for the future of water, education, and economic development, we must plan for the future of public safety. That's why this year we made some important investments in the safety of our first responders and community members. The city of Peoria is spread over 233 square miles. That's a lot of ground to cover for Peoria's public safety. To support Peoria Fire and Police, we have created the first ever advanced aviation unit in the West Valley. This resource, you can clap for that. This resource builds upon what we are creating for our city's future. And we will help the city better locate those in need and those evading law enforcement in our vast jurisdiction. I was proud to be able to secure $3.5 million in state grants awarded specifically for the purchase of a fully outfitted Bell 505 helicopter. I point to Representative Beverly Pingrelli because she was such a big part of that. Thank you. This is a multi-phase program with full deployment expected in October of 2025. Ground, air, and new technologies will guide our public safety needs moving forward. The new Peoria Police Real-Time Crime Center is under design, thanks in part to an additional $2.6 million state grant to equip and operate the facility for the first time by the end of this year. This center will allow police and fire to access video footage from throughout the city to monitor real-time emergencies, events, investigations, community policing, and crime prevention. As development unfolds in North Peoria, the city has secured 5 acres of land within Vistancia that will serve as a future home to a joint public safety center. Training our first responders is an ongoing initiative. That is why Peoria has committed $10 million in upgrades to the Glendale Regional Public Safety Training Center. This includes construction of a new burn house for regional firefighting training and a facility to simulate police encounters in a residential setting. We also invested $1.5 million in the budget to secure a new mobile command vehicle to support our first responders. We added 27 positions this past year to support fire and police, and will continue to invest in our servicemen and women that put their lives on the line. I want to acknowledge our new police chief, Thomas Interari, who joined us in November from the city of Mesa, and let our residents know that under his leadership, we are changing the way Peoria Police does business. I would also like to recognize Fire Chief Gary Bernard, who has served our city for the past 32 years in literally every single capacity. I have seen both of these men and their servant leadership style, not only towards our employees, but our citizens. And I have to tell you, I feel very blessed knowing that our children and loved ones are underneath their watchful eye of these 2 great men. Thank you. Like you guys are. To Chief Interari, Chief Bernard, and to all Peoria's first responders, thank you for your commitment and dedication to the safety of our residents and our community. For all first responders in the room, please stand and be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, Peoria is on a path to excellence. Many of you have heard me say this, but my personal mantra is innovate or die. In my personal business, I innovate products that save lives or someone's husband, wife, son, or daughter doesn't come home. It is the It is literally the essence of every single thing that I do. When I became mayor, my goal was to recruit leaders that believed in my vision and would drive that forward. That takes hard work, grit, determination for us to achieve what truly is our full potential. I have to say that I could not be prouder of the work that's been achieved by the city employees. We're just the ones that actually drive a vision, by the city employees this past year. We set that bar high, and for good reason. Our neighbors, we have to remember that, not our citizens, our neighbors deserve nothing less. Our core priorities are growing jobs, keeping our city safe, securing our water infrastructure, and supporting education at all levels. Those principles will continue to guide us. To the residents of Peoria and to the city staff, thank you for putting your trust in me as your mayor. As incredible as this last year was, I am confident that Peoria is on its way to truly realizing its full potential. Thank you.